How's it going? We'll be looking at the Cooler Master Masterliquid ML280 mirror, which is an all-in-one water cooling solution for your PC. The Cooler Master Masterliquid ML280 mirror is equipped with the new Cooler Master 3rd Gen dual chamber pump with upgraded materials that is made for extended use and longevity. The 280mm radiator is optimized with a 25% increase of interior aluminum fin surface for better heat dissipation. Add this with the SickleFlow 140mm non-LED fan, it enhances the cooling and performance. The Cooler Master Masterliquid ML200 mirror comes with a new lighting display effect using an infinity mirror to showcase an array of colors. Included is a wired addressable RGB controller, but the ML280 mirror is also compatible with major motherboard manufacturer software. Alright, so what I got in front of me here is the Cooler Master Masterliquid ML280 mirror. Yes, that is a mouthful of M's, right? I mean, come on. Cooler Master Masterliquid ML280 mirror. Now, could you imagine being the rep that has to explain that at like trade shows and stuff and say that about, oh, I don't know, a few thousand times? No, I don't think I could do that. All right, well, here it is. It's an all-in-one solution, right? So it is a AIO, as everybody knows, right? All-in-one cooling solution for your PC. What I saw, though, on the website is that it said that this is only available on Amazon. So the mirror, the 240, the 280, and the 360 is only available on Amazon, which I thought was a little odd, but oh well. That's the way it goes, right? So if you want it, that's where you got to go. So the outside looks pretty cool. You can see right here is why it's called the mirror, because it has this infinity mirror, so it gets this cool design right here. Also, you know, it's Cooler Master, yeah, okay. And then over here is, it tells you who it's compatible with the ARGB lighting. So it's compatible with ASUS, MSI, and ASRock. So you can use those motherboards right off the bat. Plus, there's supposed to be a little controller on the inside, which we're going to take a look. Because, truthfully, I took the plastic off of it. I might have opened the box up and went, yeah, it looks like it's all there. And then I shut it back. So I haven't even looked at this thing myself. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to open it up. I can figure it out. And ta-ta, da-da-da-da, there it is. Wow. Okay, so we'll take it out of this. Looks like it's kind of like in a crate kind of a thing. Nice box, though, right? Geez, I would save that box and use it for something else, but that's just the way that I am. All right, so let's take it all out. It's all wrapped in nice plastic, looks like. The fans come over there. What do we got here? We've got manuals and some other crap and some other stuff. And pretty much the most important parts. So I'm looking through there. No, nothing else. Let's set this aside for the second. See what we've got here. We've got the Cooler Master mirror. So the 240, 280. So it's pretty much the same booklet for all of them, except of course it's just gonna be a little different size. Shows you the fans and how to put everything together and such. So that's really nice. I mean, most people go, I know how to do that. Well, there's been a couple of times where I'm like, I know how to do that. And it didn't turn out so well. So I will put that over here. Language book, I'm gonna stick over there. What do we got in our parts? Looks like in our parts. So we've got for the Intel 2011 installation stuff here, plus some thermal paste. Of course, you got the AMD, and you've got the Intel other installations and screws and nuts and bolts and all that other stuff. And it looks like we've got a fan headers. Cool for the fans, right? Plug that in so you can plug it into the motherboard. Run them both off of one. And this is kind of nice. Yeah, a Sata Power. Yay! So this is going to be your plug-in for your ARGB lighting, and also plugs into the motherboard so it can be controlled. I'm also going to be guessing that maybe that's where it could be, where it's going to plug into this. So this is supposed to be the included RGB controller that they have. So Very nice. Very nice. We'll check that out as well. So it being the 280 model, of course, that means it's going to have the 140 millimeter fans. These are the new sickle type fans that are supposed to be super duper cool, I guess. Right off the bat, I don't see anything really different. It is quite nice though and heavy, and so it's got some rubber padding for the mounting. That's always a good sign. The blades are actually semi-transparent. I can see through it a little bit. Very nice. Not so bad. Cool. Looks like the design though would be really kind of hypnotic a little bit. Ooh, it does. So it's got that. See if I can do that just right. See that? The logo in there. Ooh, yeah. Off camera, it's really kind of like wah, kind of wonky. But of course, right? Like I said, you've got the connections here, so then you can just plug it in to here, plug in the other fan, and that plugs into your motherboard so that you can run the fans off of whatever speed you want, or if you want to control it, some motherboards you can actually control the speeds, or you can say it's auto smart and it'll do all kinds of stuff. So that's the fan. So you get two of those, right? That's why it's 140, 140, 280. Yeah, 280. It adds up right. So we'll push this stuff over to the side a little bit, and then what we're going to take a look at is, looks like we actually have the water pump is here. Of course, it's not plugged in, but this is it. And of course, and it says on the remove label after install. Remember that. Okay, take it off. Take that one off too. Okay, you see it all the time where people are like, man, I don't know why my temperatures aren't right. Did you take the plastic off the bottom? Yeah, I'll be right back. But it is copper though, so that's kind of nice. So it's not plated over the top of it. It is copper, and it does have the protective film on top of it. So we want to keep that on there to keep it nice and good. So you got the connections here. This is for your ARGB lighting, and then this of course goes into your CPU socket power, so you can control it, right? If you want to do it that way, or you can just put it on there so it's running 100% all the time. So actually, yeah. And then the radiator. Super light, so I'm guessing it's got to be probably aluminum. We'll look at that in the specs, just make sure, see what it is. Good surface area, like they said. So there's more fins in there for better surface area, and you want more surface area to release more of the heat. Oh, I like this little sticker here. It says, warranty voided when removed. Yeah. All right, so I think what we're going to do is go ahead and put this together, and then we'll put some power to it so we can kind of see what it looks like. See, it wasn't that hard to put it together, right? I mean, would we put 8 screws in and 8 screws, 4 screws? So that was, geez, what, 12 screws all together to put this thing together? Because I did put the brackets on for the Intel system because that's what I've got, and I'm gonna have to go put it over there on the Intel bench. The hoses were nice. They've got covered. They're kind of made a little rigid. I wouldn't say, you know, like super rigid, whatever kind of thing, but rigid enough that you're not going to kink them. And if you kink them, then that's your fault. Okay, but it's the connection points here swivel, so you can put it in different positions, and then you can put your radiator in different positions as well. So that really kind of helps. Already gone ahead and I hooked up it to a small little power supply that I got here. I've got the 24-pin jumpered out, and I do have the controller already plugged in. So that's really nice that it does go into a Sata Power. And if I push it, ooh, looky. Yes, I do have the sticker still on. I don't want to scratch it. So, and I don't have anything else running right now. So there you go. That's the default. I'm going to call that the default setting on the first one. And then the next time, it looks like it does the, I guess they call it the breathing. And it goes through the different colors that it can do. Remember, these are all the stock modes just with this, okay? And then it looks like you can do some static colors. Yeah, not bad. So even like I said, don't have an ARGB motherboard, you still get some cool effects out of it. You're going to get more benefits, of course, when you have like an Asus or an MSI or an ASRock board that is capable of running these. So if you have that, that's even better because then you can make it match the rest of the stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transfer all this stuff over to the open air bench, run some tests, and we'll come back with the results. So we did all the testing, and I did it on a i7 8700K. Yeah, it's older, but you know what? It still put out a good amount of temperature. I was able to clock the crap out of it, so that really kind of helped. So on our first graph that we're going to be looking at, we're going to be looking at the comparison between the Hyper 212 and the ML280. So the ambient room temperature, I was able to keep it pretty consistent at 27 degrees. And then we have the temperature at throttle. So what I'm calling throttle is the temperature that you just turn it on and you just let it sit there, and it may go up and down, do whatever it's doing, just when nobody's using it. So the hertz could be bouncing up around from 700, 800, maybe 1200 and down. So we had a temperature of 2 degrees on there. So we went from 33 degrees Celsius to 31 degrees Celsius with the liquid cooling. So load temperature at 4.3 gigahertz. So I found out that my turbo kind of wanted to go up to about 4.3, somewhere in that range. So I just locked it in at 4.3 and ran it for 15 minutes straight, and found out that the air cooler was at 73, while the liquid cooler, the ML280, was at 67, which is a 6 degree Celsius difference. Not bad at all. So then I overclocked it. I was able to get up to 4.8, really pretty stable. I mean, it was stable. I ran that thing for like an hour or two before I did the testing. So again, this testing was done at 15 minutes intervals with the air cooler was at 89 degrees, while the liquid cooler, the ML280, came in at 82 degrees, which is a 7 degree drop, which is pretty dang nice. Now, the second graph that I came up with is something that I'm working on. So I need your guys' help to let me know if this is helping or not helping. What I did is, on the very first one, it says the load temp was 67 to 73, which we already knew. So the difference between the 67 and the ambient temperature gives us our 40 degrees. So the difference between the above ambient temperature and the actual load temperature was 27 degrees. Now if we do the same thing for the overclock, we have an 82 and then a 55. The difference between those two numbers was 27 degrees. So what does that mean? To me, it means that we have found out where the maximum cooling capacity of the cooler is at 27 degrees. So no matter where the temperatures are, it's going to be the maximum of 27 degrees difference. So let's say the overclock temp went up to 92. you're still going to have that 27 degree split there. So it's going to be down to that temperature. I think it might be designed this way because you can see on the graph is that both the Cooler Master coolers did 27 degrees. So I wonder if they found out that 27 degrees is the ideal spot for having the maximum cooling capabilities. Like, okay, if we went 28 degrees, you know, we're going to be losing somewhere else, or two more or less. We don't want to go less, but 27 might be the best that works out for overall average. Or I could just be talking out my ass. So I'm going to continue looking at. I would really like to hear what you guys have to say about that, because maybe some of you guys have run into this situation, and I would like to try and start incorporating this more into the graphs if I'm on the right thought process. I'm going to do some more testing on my own just to see what I'm coming up with. But this was something that I found very curious through all my testing and my charts and my pivot tables and all that stuff. So let me know what you guys came up with. Overall, I think the cooler did a great job. I mean, at the overclock speed, I mean, it was down 7% over air cooling. Okay, who's going to disagree with that? If it was like, you know, maybe 2 degrees, but 7 degrees, that's actually a pretty dang good drop. The design, simple, easy, great to use. Installation, super quick, super easy. Just make sure that you have a room, because you got to remember this is going to be about 50 to 60 millimeters thick with the fans and the radiator. I know it says that it's a 280, but you got to remember you've got the cap on the end, so where the hose is going, so you can add another little bit. It's about 310 millimeters, I think, for the overall length, complete overall length. I think adding the little controller on the side, so those who don't have a motherboard that you can control it off of, you know, I mean, if you want to change the colors or make it do different things, I think that's an awesome deal. So overall, I think it did a great job with it. I would recommend definitely take a look at it, especially if you're already in the Cooler Master family and you have a Cooler Master case and all that stuff. Why not just keep going with that and dump in a Cooler Master all-in-one cooler? I don't think you can go wrong with the ML280. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day.